this journey I want to share with you happened in 2018. And it's one of those journeys in my life I will never forget. So let me share this story. I call it my nightmarish journey. And if you watch this video to the end, you will understand why I call it my nightmarish journey. So it started about in 2018 when I went to Lagos for African Drum Festival. That's at Abeokuta. Abeokuta is very close to Lagos, if you understand how I'm trying to say it. So I went for Drum Festival, and from Drum Festival, the 3 days of excitement, a loud noise of drumming, singing, dancing, and every other thing that went with it. I was so tired, so make a long story short, bought my ticket, bought a 6 a.m. ticket from one of these reputable companies for HARCOURT to Lagos, and I think everything was okay at that point in time as far as I was concerned. So I went very early, of course. By after 5, I was already at the terminal, and there we sat waiting. 6 a.m. came, the vehicle was not called. Other buses were moving. 6:30 to 7. This how we just sat down there. I was tired. I was feeling drowsy. I wanted to sleep. And I didn't want to sleep off on the couch there because I didn't want to miss to miss my bus when they called the bus to move. So eventually, after a lot of buses had left, I don't know what was delaying them. And of course, no apologies. They just called, bus so and so is ready for loading, to load his passenger. So there we go. Dragged my tired face. My face was tired, drowsy, and all the rest. And eventually, as we were approaching to where the few remaining buses were, another announcement came that the bus number on your ticket is going to be different from the bus you will enter. So they gave us a different bus this thing. Voila. We gathered around the bus. So when we got there, I met 2 passengers who were before me. They were already agitated and angry. And what was their complaint? This bus is too old. This bus is too old. I cannot pay for that kind of money and travel all the way from HARCOURT to Lagos. I looked at the bus was actually old. But you see, I was tired. I just wanted to get out of Lagos. Not that I hated Lagos. I like Lagos. I was born in Lagos. Grew up in Lagos too. At least. So, not that I hated Lagos. I just wanted out. I just wanted to go home. You understand the feeling? You see, if I could afford the air ticket, I would have paid for ticket and be earlier sooner. But so this guy was there agitating. One other guy joined him. We cannot pay like this. We should riot. We should disagree. We should insist the company should give us a different bus. Blah 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 blah. So eventually they turned to me. I appear to be like one of the oldest people there. Sir, how do you see this bus? I said, sorry, but yes, I agree that this bus, needs a little bit of a paint job, but it's not that it's old, it's just the paint job. Let's just manage. You know, the truth of the matter is that bus was actually old. But I just wanted to get out of Lagos at any way, by any means. So let me cut the story short. So the driver said, okay, no problem, eventually we agreed. Nobody actually answered them. Maybe other people were tired too. Maybe the time wasting also made other passengers like, now that they have given us, but let us be going, nobody should complain. So eventually the main person behind we cannot take this bus, eventually had to just, and now he started complaining. I don't know what is wrong with Nigerians. I don't know why Nigerians will not fight for their rights. This bus is old. They're cheating us. That's the problem with Nigerians. They will not fight for their rights. They will be complaining. They will not talk. Oh, man, of talk. The driver said, please, I want to reposition the vehicle. So everybody removed their load from the The driver entered the car. Check. Ignition. The vehicle will not start. Where I stood, I said, no. Oh yeah. It's happening live. The vehicle will not start. They now called some of their janitors and all manner of people, other drivers who weren't driving that they came, and they started pushing the bus. Another argument started. This bus that we are traveling in, that you're already pushing. We sure this bus is going to be safe for us? Noise started again. So I went to meet one of the terminal, somebody I saw like a responsible person. I don't think it was the terminal manager. And I said, please, so I'd like to ask from you. We are going to travel about 8 hours or so. This vehicle that we are pushing here, are we sure this vehicle is safe enough to carry us to Port Harcourt? Okay, don't worry about it. You see, he now like take me into confidence. I know why would I do it? Maybe because of he felt that the way I could control the other people. He says, sir, what happened was in the night, the driver went and used the video to play. He was playing video on the in the bus all night. So the problem is that the battery has run down. Please be patient with me as I'm telling you this story. The bus has run, the battery has run down. That is why the vehicle will not start. I say, yeah, you are sure? Sir, will I lie to you? Something like that. So we now say, okay. They pushed the vehicle, it started. I encourage the ones I can encourage. Let's go, let's just go. We have wasted time. It's getting a little bit late. Then we began to file into the vehicle, and that's where the next problem started again. What was the problem? I was the problem. A certain fellow said my seat number is his number. I was number 1, he was number 1. I looked at my number, it was 1. He looked at his number, it was 1. He started trying to, make trouble with me. Normal Nigerian argument, you're not responsible at your age, all those kind of things started coming to play. And I was giving it to him, back to back. We were playing lawn tennis with you. As he was serving me, I was serving it back to him. Until one of the other passengers now called, say, can I see your receipt, sir? I gave it to him. He said, Oga, bring your receipt. The man brought his receipt. He looked at it and said, Oga, the way you are behaving is not right. This man has done no wrong. Let me pack this so I can share this story with you very well. Say, this man has done you no wrong. Your bus ticket is not seat number 1. Abi say yes, and his own is seat number 1. Did you look at the time? He looked at his time. His own time was 6:30. Mine was 6. So like I think they matched the two of us together. That was what saved the day for that point. So argument settled. I took my seat. They gave him another seat at the back there. Now, when we all filed into this vehicle, we started arranging ourselves the way we are supposed to sit. Another quarrel now started. The passenger who was going to sit directly behind the driver paid for an extra seat, which was fine, and put his load on the extra seat. No problem. The problem with the load was it was stacked so high. I was sitting in the front seat. The driver cannot see through his rear view mirror. He cannot, even if he chooses to look back, of course he can't be driving and looking back. He cannot see. The bag was stacked so high. And they said, okay, please, you cannot keep this bag here. The driver says he cannot see. Please move your bag to the boot. Later he said he cannot put his bag in his boot. That was why he paid for this seat. I cannot do that. Another argument started. Driver says that is the case. He's not going anywhere. He cannot drive. He cannot see the rear view mirror. If something is happening, will you know? He should drive. He should drive. The man something like he should drive with the side mirror. He said he cannot drive mirror. What does he think the rear view mirror? My view mirror service. What does he think the rear view mirror? Another now started inside the vehicle. Eventually, we all had to appeal to the driver, to this passenger, please move this seat to the... No, it's not moving anything. Then I had to go and call the terminal manager. We have not left. Every other vehicle had left. The terminal manager came, started to do good cop, bad cop with this guy. And we talked to him well. He went, we nail him again. Talked to him well. Eventually, they told Oga, come and carry your load out. Come and collect your money. We are not even carrying you again. But yes, I'm not even going with you, sir. The vehicle is not moving. The man eventually left. We waited a sigh of relief, and I thought that was over. So what was the next thing? We need to get a passenger to fill the 2 seats void that we didn't plan for. Eventually, a lady came and said she was going to Port Harcourt from the park. It's a very reputable company. I don't know what happened that day. The lady came with a baby and a toddler. She now went and told her to go and pay and come back. So she went, paid. When she came back, the driver looked at her and said, sir, madam, your money is not complete. She said, what do you mean by money? That's the receipt they gave to her where she paid for the terminal. He said, no. He said, you will pay for that child. That child is too big to be assumed as a toddler. And you will pay for this thing. You paid for this teenager, but you didn't pay for that. This one is not a baby. Even if you are carrying him, it's not a baby. You have to pay for the 3 seats, not 2 seats. The woman entered him. They started another round of, everybody started having a go at each other. The woman will not agree. How will she pay for this baby? while all that was on. I even skipped some of the arrangement of a load in the boot. Don't put my load there. Don't press my bag. Don't place anything on my bag. Put my bag on top. Don't chuck my bag under the seat. You know, all the other things. Those sorts of parts. After so much argument with this woman, eventually the argument was that, okay, madam, you know what? Since there is another space at the back, which was empty, they couldn't get full passenger, that the woman should go and sit at the back and leave the 2 children in front. She said, okay. That way she will not pay. Said, okay. So the woman left the 2 baby, the teenager and the younger one, and went to sit at the back. As the driver was about to move, he now whispered to me, say, okay, let me tell you something. I say, what happened? He said, this one is between you and me. He knows me because I used to travel along with their company. So most of the drivers know me. So it was like, you know, let him put me, you know, just put me into confidence. He said, okay, you see this motor, it's not the battery that had problem. Say the ignition is not working. He said, but don't worry, I will not switch it off at all. But I just want you to know that the ignition is not working. Now that he has put him in, I should not tell the other passenger, so it's me and him that are in the front here. So 2 of us sat in the front there. He has conscripted me to run a cook. I began to wonder, this journey that we are about to embark upon, that everything is happening the way it's happening like this. He said, but don't worry, okay. I won't off it. When we get to our Benin head office, I will go and fix it. I said, okay. He has conscripted and I told my mouth. He said, okay, everybody, okay. Oh yeah, let us go. As he was about to move the car, another shout from the back. What kind of nonsense is this? 2 women. The woman at the back was having a problem with the woman she went to sit with. The person that was at the back, who there's actually a space there, she told the person that she met at the back to shift. That the space where she was sitting was not enough. The other person said she cannot shift. She has already reached her limit. That is, she was close to the door of the vehicle. That she has already reached her limit. How can this woman come and be telling her to shift? Shift for waiting. What was the problem? The woman said, she knows I'm very fat. Now with this my fatness, how does she expect me to sit down like this? I'm trying to leave this place before these people start wondering. While I'm sitting in my car gesticulating, like I've been telling them, I'm recording. Before they say I'm recording them. How can she say that place is not okay for her? She's fat enough. She say it's because she's fat. Now that she know that she's fat, they should allow her to sit where she should move. She should shift. This one said I've shifted. Will I disappear into the world? They started that. Eventually, they were appealed to. The one that wanted to shift just did as if, you know, the normal thing, did as if she had shifted and she didn't shift. They sat down, they calmed down. But I eventually started moving as we were going. Passenger, sorry, when we get to Mowe is like one of those outskirts of Lagos. So these things are already part of Lagos already. We have to pick a passenger. Somebody said no, you know, because like, there have been some of those things are sometimes used as schemes, either for the driver to earn more money without telling the company that employed him, or some places that extra passenger they pick, that becomes a point where they rob people that enter the vehicle. No, that one can never happen. They can never agree. No, he now said no. The company is aware. It's not that it's carrying. It's a paid company. He will stop at nowhere. He will carry, but you don't worry. He will park inside the one petrol station like that. Everybody will be safe and not the rest. Eventually, we had no choice. We started going. So as we were going, we eventually got to Mowe. Where is the passenger here? No passenger. Where is the passenger? No passenger. I said, okay, driver, call the receipt number they gave to you. Checked. He now saw the number of the passenger. Called the passenger. The passenger said he's still in his house. That this is not the time they gave to him. Okay, how far are you? He said it's not far. How long is not far? He said it's 30 minutes. Everybody started shouting again. What kind of thing is this? What kind of vehicle is this? What kind of transport company is this? Then I said, okay, you know what? Why don't you... No, he now decided on that, okay, what he will do is he's going to call the company. Tell them that he believes that another bus will still come for those who will just trail in if they get a good number, that that one can carry. So that he will call his company. The other bus will not pick this guy so that we can go, because time was already gone and we don't want to travel in the afternoon. He now said fine. So he called. As he called his company, he called the first person. The person said, call so and so person. I'm not the one that can take that kind of decision. Called the next person, call so and so. So they started bouncing him from table to table. As they are bouncing from table to table, the next thing he stopped and dropped his hand. I have said I don't want to be part of this trip. Something is wrong with this trip. I said, which kind of wahala is this one again? What are you trying to say? He said he was not built to travel today. This is not his boss. He was not built to travel today. He did not want to travel today. They forced him to travel today. Now look at what he was saying. Another woman got up. There is something wrong with this bus. There's something wrong with this vehicle. Oga, don't you think there's something wrong? Look at everything that's been happening. And we have already left Lagos. Me that she's talking to, I was like, I didn't want to consider maybe something was wrong. Actually, if it was when I was in my own correct mind, not that I was very eager to leave Lagos to get back to Port Harcourt, and that kind of thing was happening, what I would have done was I don't even mind leaving the what I paid. I don't mind forfeiting. I just leave and go, because as far as I'm concerned, all the signs are bad. There was just too much. Even though I'm telling you now, I'm just trying to reduce it so that the thing will not be long. I said there's nothing wrong with the vehicle. It's just some of those things that happen. Let's just settle and go. I said, okay, driver, you know what will happen? Take my phone. I gave you my phone number. Call your office. He was using my phone to call. They were bouncing my phone from one table to another table, another. Eventually, he dropped the phone that, look, the office is not helping, and he cannot go without picking this passenger. Say, so it is his duty to placate all of us to wait. So we sat there for about 30 to 35 minutes. Eventually, this guy came. He's sorry, he didn't know that the thing will be like this. What the time they gave to him was different. Look at the email they sent to him. This one, they're coming to pick him now. They just made him rush and all the rest. I said, okay, don't worry. Shay, we can start going now. He said yes, and we can start going. That was how we started moving from the way. Just a minute. So from there we moved on. Everybody was quiet after all the shouting. The argument was quiet and all the rest. So we started going. And me that I wanted to sleep, all the agitations and the noise had already started robbing me of the sleep that I planned to sleep. Me, I used to sleep. Well, some of you, I know whether you don't have that idea. Me, I used to sleep. Whenever I enter a vehicle or a plane, I normally use that, if I don't have work to do, to catch up with any outstanding job I needed to do. And if I have no job to do, I use that I sleep well. My plan to sleep, with all the quarrels, the arguments have already been truncated. So I removed the sleep. I was just staring blankly. I was feeling numb. My body was paining me and all the rest. So we got to Ore, which is like, I won't say midway the journey, but at least it's about 4 hours or so into the journey, if I remember very well. When we got to Ore, we stopped to eat. For those who wanted to eat, I got up, I ate. So while we finished eating, the driver came into the vehicle and started complaining. He does not know what kind of nonsense is this. They gave him food that was not up to standard. The food was wishy-washy. The food was... Now, the normal system, most people that travel Nigerian routes, you and all these vehicles, you know that to make the drivers bring the passengers to the eating hut or the eating point, they normally give the drivers free food. So because of that free food, the drivers will now, of course, naturally gravitate to the person who is giving them free food. But his complaint this time around was that the food they gave to him was not up to standard, I felt like telling him, for crying out loud, you don't supposed to have mouth. After all, the food is free. But I was already my body was already somehow. So when he finished that complaint, we were about to move. I was taking my seat, put my seat belt. I had another noise from the back of the car. It was the driver and another passenger. All of us came there again. What is the problem with this vehicle? What is it this time? The driver said one of the passengers went and bought plantain, big bunch of plantain. I think this brother, this brother saw that the plantain was very cheap. I bought a lot of plantain. With the plantain, the driver now said he cannot put plantain in his bus. His bus is a modern bus. This is not a village bus. He will not permit him to put plantain in his vehicle. The passenger said he has paid for the bus. He has a right to whatever his luggage. He was carrying some other small thing. That this is his own luggage. The driver said, how can he put plantain in his bus? This is like a 15-seater Hummer bus. How can he put plantain in his bus? The passenger was saying, he's going to be put in the boot. Where is this person in the boot? After some time, some other passengers, everybody now, those who are for or those who are against, and we were standing there. The vehicles that met us there before we started eating had eaten, carried their passenger. We were still standing there, quarreling and fighting over whether the bus was a village bus, therefore it should carry plantain, or it's not a village bus. Eventually, I now had this idea. I called the young man and said, please, will you listen to me? Yes. Please take my advice. Why don't you take these plantains back? We already wasted time. We'll wait for you. Take these plantains back to where you bought them, because the driver was complaining that the part of the stem was dripping, you know, liquid fluid from the body of the plantain. And then, of course, normal the other passengers say, I don't want anybody to stain my bag. I don't want anybody to use plantain juice to stain my bag. That is from the stem where the juice was stained. The driver said he doesn't want any plantain stain to stain his vehicle. No plantain should stain the car. I said, so take it back to them. Tell them to chop it, to remove it from the stem, and then put it in a Ghana must go bag, and then bring it back. Ghana must go bag is just this bag. Don't let me go into Ghana must go bag. That's another story. Yeah, it's a story between Nigeria and Ghanaians. We know ourselves. That's what we used to do. Go and put them in a Ghana must go bag, and then bring it back. It will carry you. So he went, they chopped it off. This is what I'm telling you, time has gone. Look at all the quarrels we'll be having. Chopped it like that. Not that they cut the plantation, they just removed from all the stems from it. This brother, I can understand his heart. Maybe it's his mother, maybe it's his wife. He saw that the plantain was cheap, so he bought as many. You were stuck. After so much struggle and complaint, eventually the plantain stem entered and we closed. The boot was time to move. As he moved, we started going. He now put music. We thought it was all over now. At least music has come, let us all rest. He was playing Madonna. If we took the holiday, you know that song, that old song, from just some time to celebrate, just one day out of life, it will be so nice. As he was playing that thing, it's time for the good time. Forget about the bad time. Oh yeah, where was he that was nodding my head? Yeah, we need to forget about the bad time. As he said, forget about the bad time, the next thing was a shout from back, driver oh, driver oh, driver oh. I was like, oh God, what is it this time? Driver. Back. So the driver parked the car. Passenger, what is the problem? He said he's wondering why I'm standing here. He said the back boot had flung open. We look back, the whole boot was open. Everybody's luggage was on the road. Other vehicles were going zigzag, avoiding them. So he went down. One or two people joined him. We now started walking back to go and pick. Of course, if your bag is among it, you will want to ensure you personally ensure your bag. That's how we did not forget the bad times. Went back again to pick up all those to pick up the bags. Brought the bounty. Hey, oh boy, Alpha. So she lost money. So let me continue from where I stopped. So everybody went out to pick all their loads. By the time they finished putting back their loads in the vehicle, after all the complaint, he doesn't want to carry the plantain, he doesn't want to carry these people, he does not know what kind of bad luck, this one bad luck, that one bad luck. I said, please, I beg you, there's no bad luck in this vehicle. We'll get to where we are going to safely. That is how we do it. He told them he wasn't going to travel in this vehicle. He told them it was not his turn to travel. We eventually put everything there. And don't ask me if we prayed throughout when all this will happen. We did not pray. All my mind was that we should just get to Lagos. Of course, I've got to HARCOURT. That's how we managed. We put everything gradually, one by one, slowly. Eventually, let me not bore you details how much. We eventually arrived at HARCOURT safe and sound. I dropped from that vehicle, and when I go home, narrated the story for my wife. I slept from that night till 6 a.m. in the morning. I did not move 1 inch. I slept throughout. Now, is there any lessons from this journey? Well, there's no lesson to big for me. It's just that I just see it as one of those things that happen. But of course, I will tell you, if it was something that happened in normal time, I will have, have dropped and forfeited. I forgot about my money. So that's my awesome nightmarish journey from Lagos to Port Harcourt. Such has never happened. Prof, how are you? I'm carrying my son, Prof. God will help us. So I will see you guys in another video. Bye.